Hi, this is Sheena Carroll with the Pittsburgh Technology Council, and today you're watching 40 Stories. This is our program to celebrate 40 years of Pittsburgh Technology Council. In this program, we're also celebrating all of the members that we've had in the past 40 years. So the member that we are speaking to today is NET Xperts. I'm with Joel. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. So you've been with NET Xperts for 17 years, right?
Yeah, it's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun. I've seen the company grow. Whenever I first started, we were about 13 employees. I think I was number 13. Nice lucky number. But we've grown the company. We're about 35 employees now. So we've come a long way in the last 17 years. We've seen the technology evolve from helping our customers with on-premise solutions now towards the new stuff that's out there. So it's pretty cool to see our customers grow with us over that time frame too. So
yeah. So also NET Xperts has recently celebrated their 20th anniversary. So that's a large a big change in tech over the past 20 years. I'm sure you guys have experienced.
Oh yeah. No, we've gone again. We've gone from seeing our customers, we're mainly small and medium business market, so we've seen our customers go from having their own on-premise solutions, having a server sitting in their office handling their email and their programs and applications, to seeing all of that stuff evolve more towards cloud and be more either hosted by applications hosted by their software vendors, or even having us provide the cloud solution for them to be able to host their stuff in the cloud so that they don't have the on-premise hardware cost or what have you. I mean, let's face it, if you're a 10-user organization, it doesn't necessarily pay to have a server in your office. Nowadays, probably not. I mean, the cloud solutions have gotten a lot better over the last 15 to 20 years, and they've geared more towards that small and medium business market. So instead of having to have your own email server in-house that you're trying to host, Microsoft Exchange on small business server, now you've got the Office 365 offerings that are handling, email and file solutions and collaboration and different things like that. So yeah, it's definitely evolved from the technology standpoint, as well as my focus is more the cybersecurity side of things. So, and my role is a lot of education. So just seeing the different things that are happening in the world and trying to help our customers, A, understand them, and B, help their businesses not fall victim to them. So that's definitely evolved over the last even 5 years. It's
Yeah, I know, like I remember the days of the print scam emails, and now we're getting these much more sophisticated, a lot of AI generated, sounding more realistic content coming from these scammers. What trends have you noticed?
So we're seeing. So let me back up for a minute. So let me give you a little bit of the evolution of cybersecurity thoughts in the small and medium business world. So a lot of people, 15 years ago would have thought that from a cybersecurity standpoint, you're fighting against the hacker that's in the dark room with the hoodie and looking at the bright screen in front of them, going at the keyboard and different things like that, trying to hack through basically the actual solutions that are like a firewall, or the system controls that are in place to help prevent, or to help a business in preventing an attacker from getting through. Now what we're seeing a lot of is bad actors are attacking the end users. So we're seeing a lot more phishing. We're seeing a lot more phishing, smishing, and quishing, if you will. Some buzzwords there. We're seeing a lot of an uptick in text messaging. And where that, I think, is coming from is, the AI has gotten better at pulling all of that information together and basically building a dossier on a company, or building a dossier on an employee of a company or multiple employees of a company, and being able to pull all of that information together. So it's going out and scraping the internet for things that are in social media. It's going out, compromised social media accounts. That's another good one that they're pulling information from. One of your friends, you've got your friends on Facebook, one of your friends' accounts gets compromised because they don't have multi-factor authentication set up, hint, hint. But they're pulling all the information out of their friends list, pulling it all together into a dossier, and they're even selling that information. You're seeing a lot of that being sold on the dark web too. So, but you're seeing attackers using that information to build more intelligent scams. So you're seeing them going after payroll managers. You're seeing them going after CEOs and CFOs. You're seeing them going after their employees, pretending that they are the CEO or the CFO. So here's a hint, guys. If anybody ever tells you to go out and buy Google Play gift cards for your employees, it's probably a scam.
No, that is one that we've been hit with before too. Like and also I've definitely gotten some shady texts with some links that do not trust.
And it's interesting in the text messaging world because there's not the same type of filtering that you would see in email. So you're seeing attackers use that as more of a threat vector because, again, you can't filter it as of right now anyway. They're starting to look at that from the technologies. Google, I know, has their spam filter built into their messaging platform that's getting better. You're going to see others start to follow suit, and eventually might it hit the actual telecom carriers? It could, have it be on there and the things that they're actually going through and filtering. But that's where we're seeing that attack come from at this point, is we're seeing, that transition of, hey, I'm your CEO. I need you to go and do this task for me. By the way, I'm in a meeting. Don't call me.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, there's so much is changing so rapidly right now. And I only see that kind of like progressing even more. So we're looking ahead 40 years since we are celebrating already 40 years in the past. So I was curious what you see in the future decades in your industry, like what you might expect.
So the big trends that I'm seeing, again, looking at it from a cybersecurity focus because that's what I do, you're going to see a lot more incorporation from artificial intelligence. You're going to start to see attacks, that are going to get better with artificial intelligence. You're going to see, the scammers even start to use that more than what they do now. Right now, they're using it, again, to pull all that information together. They're going to start using that, if they haven't already, to start actually generating those attacks so that they really don't even have to sit behind a keyboard and send all that information out anymore. They're going to be able to say, okay, go do this. You have to use AI with caution. And I mean, we were talking a little bit about this earlier. AI can be a great thing. It can give you a lot of answers and input and different things like that. But you're also going to see that you have to watch the information that you feed it, because especially your employees, if they're feeding it information that might be confidential information, what's happening with that information? So is it getting stored somewhere? Is it using it somewhere else? Something to be a little cautious of. But I do see AI getting more and more incorporated into the industry. You're going to see the cybersecurity side of it. You're going to see cyber attacks become more and more prevalent from the AI piece of it. So it's going to be, I think the next 20, 40 years is going to be rather interesting.
Yeah, you just got to keep track of your data.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you know where it's going. So I have one more question for you. Why did NET Xperts join the Technology Council?
So we've been a part of the Technology Council for a really long time, as long as I can remember, honestly. And like one of our visions is helping the tech industry grow in Pittsburgh. We want to obviously have the talent here that we need to be able to help do that, but we want to see the tech industry in general continue to thrive and continue to grow in Pittsburgh. We want to have Pittsburgh be the epicenter for a lot of the stuff. And Pittsburgh's already pretty big on the cybersecurity side of things, but we want to help continue to grow that and have people think, okay, if I'm thinking of going into technology, maybe Pittsburgh's the place to be, and continue to help our customers continue with their technology solutions and help them tie in with others that, will do those types of things. So I just want to continue to see it grow and thrive and be great.
I feel the same way. Thank you so much for coming in today, Joel.